everybody, I'm Tom Bassel. You're watching the Dice Tower, and this is Week in Review. The Dice Tower is a review show where we talk about board games, and each week we do a pile of reviews. This is one video and you can get all of our opinions on the reviews we did the previous week. And then if you think, I'd like to learn more about that game, you can go and watch the full review. So are you ready for those short snippets? Because here they are.
Hey folks, welcome back to another Week in Review. And even though we were at Essen, we still got some videos up for you guys, and I was able to do a video review of Waka Tanka. Now I know Z's already done this, and we all disregarded his review anyway, so you can watch my review and you'll get the real skinny. I'm just kidding, he did a great job, but this is just my pull on the game because I really enjoyed it as well, so go check that out. Really quick bluffing card game, really fun. Also was able to do another little small card game, but this one's a little bit newer, called Behind the Throne. Has a real Dead Man's Draw Captain's Carcass feel to it, but I like this one a lot better, and I tell you why in the video, so go ahead and check that out. This is more of a push your luck type of card game where you're flipping over cards from the top of a deck, and as long as they are less in value than the previous one you flipped over, then you can keep going and push your luck that way. So, but there's also some character powers in there as well. Really cool, fun. I enjoyed it a lot. Go check that out. I was also able to do a game on, a video on Operation Kindgergarten, and man, I was really looking forward to this game, but it really just kind of fell flat. I was looking forward to it because of the theme, but it was such a bog as far as getting through the rules and understanding the rules, and then when we actually understood the rules, it was just not that fun. It's kind of a action programming game where all of the teachers are trying to get their kids back into their classrooms. Interesting idea, poor implementation, I thought. So go check that video out for my full thoughts. And then we also this week did a remake of our top 10 essential games that every gamer should own. Our other video reached 1 million views, and Tom promised that we would do that if that happened, so we did. So go check that out, our revamp of our top 10 essential games that everybody should own. And that's it. See you guys on the flip side.
Hey everybody, Z Garcia here. Last week I reviewed 3 games. Here we go. I reviewed 8 Epics, which is a small dice and card game, cooperative game, in which you are rolling a pool of dice and then trying to manipulate those dice to match some challenge that you must overcome. This is a reprint from AEG of the original Japanese printing of the game. The reprint is very nicely done. The artwork is great. They added a little variant in there, so there's a few more cards in the box. The gameplay is largely the same, though, and I thought the gameplay was interesting for a little bit, but the game just does not have the replayability, I think, to go the distance. It's sort of samey. Even by the end of the first play, you are going to be ready for it to be over. You know, like, okay, are we done yet? You know, so that's my main issue there. I also reviewed The Ravens of Thri, Sahashri, a 2-player cooperative game with both sides playing very different games. You know, it's very asymmetrical, and it's almost too weird. I enjoy weird, quirky games. This one is almost strange and esoteric for the sake of being weird. I had a hard time getting into it. I had a hard time sort of enjoying the whole thing. It's almost too subtle, maybe. Not really a huge fan of that one. And then lastly, a game I was a huge fan of, Grog Island, which is a Euro game, very unassuming looking game, but one with very solid mechanisms. It's got a great auction system. It is easy to get into. It grabbed me. It's a captivating game, I thought. Maybe dry, and the theme is definitely pasted on, but the gameplay itself is very solid, so I'm a big fan of that one, Grog Island. And that's it for me. I will see you next time.
Okay, for me, we're going to say this was not a great week for games. A lot of really bad games. We'll start with the worst, and that's Theomachy. This game looks gorgeous, beautiful artwork, and you have these pantheons of gods fighting each other, from Cthulhu to Odin to, to Greek gods. It sounds intriguing, but what it is it's basically Texas Hold'em poker with deck building and a whole bunch of complicated rules thrown in. The game is just a complex, extreme mess. A lot of extra complexity and not a lot of fun. Really, I hated this game. capitalize, underline. Then we're going to move to Stratos, another bad game. In this game, it sounds interesting collecting resources, but the one problem is it's random. Also random. Super random. But not to mention, the components are fiddly, the combat is bad, you kind of just slowly trundle around the board doing things, and again, it's ruined by straight up randomness. Raid and Trade. This is not a good game, although it looks beautiful, has good miniatures, cool artwork, cool future, post-apocalyptic theme type style. But the game is basically go around, grab random resources, try to get the ones you need to accomplish missions. And again, ruined by randomness. Then we have the Daedalus Sentence. I might have given this game a 6 if it wasn't $150 for what is essentially a $30 game. Sure, the box is huge, too huge, the board is giant, but the components aren't really that great. The miniatures are bad, and the game itself, it's okay. It's a cooperative escape from a prison with rotating rings, but that's it. It's just merely okay. You're working together. It's very chaotic, trying to figure out how these rings are going to be spinning around in circles. Just wasn't that intriguing. Man, are we to good games yet? We are not. Frankindex is a game from Haba in which you are filling bags to how many cubes are in. Sounds like a good idea. It could be a good game, but the cubes are constantly falling out of them. It just doesn't work in functionality. Okay, here we go. Bandu. Now, Bandu is not a fantastic game. It is a game where you get a bunch of blocks that you get from the craft store, and it's a classic game, been out for a while, and stacking them out, making things fall over. Unfortunately for them, Pretzel Games has since come out with the game here, Junk Art, which kind of replaces Bandu completely. So, unfortunately, Bandu is a fine game. Just get Junk Art. And then we go to Royal Turf. Yes. Okay, now I'm excited. Royal Turf, or Winter Circle. This is a reprint of Winter Circles, which was a reprint of Royal Turf, from Dr. Knizia, about a horse racing game. Betting on it's always been a solid, great game, but the newest version has the nicest components ever. It is the best set of this. Certainly a great game to introduce people to this style. It's very fun. And then we have the Castles of Burgundy card game. Jason and I took a look at this game. A really solid... what's the kind of game here? Castle of Burgundy itself from Stefan Feld is a great board game. It's kind of boring to look at, where you're using dice to put different tiles on a board. This replaces the board game for me completely. I was that impressed with this card game because it does everything, gives me the same feeling the board game does, but gets rid of the analysis paralysis and makes it play in 30 minutes. Solid, cool little card game. Very impressed. Jason and I also took a look at Mystery of the Abbey. This is an old deduction game that basically replaced the Clue from Bruno Fedduti, and one of the games that put Days of Wonder in a map. Beautiful components, really cool deduction game. Then I took a look at the new expansion for Descent, The Chains That Rust. This expansion adds more monsters and more cars and more stuff like that, but in more campaign settings. But it adds dual class heroes. So essentially you can take a character might normally be a warrior, now they're going to be a mage. Your character is normally a thief, and now they're a healer. And so you can cross-class, which is pretty neat addition to the game. And then I took a look at 2 Eldritch Horror expansions. First, we have Science Carcosa, which is... they're both good expansions, okay? They both are little expansions that add more of the same. I really like Science Carcosa, but I think I like Stranger Things better because it adds... this one adds the focus thing, which actually had come out in a big box. In the review, it was the first time I had seen it. I since played a big box expansion and found that the focus tokens came in that too. But the focus is a nice new expansion, but both of these, either one of these is fine. They add a new big bad monster, they add more cards, more items and stuff, and that's really good for Eldritch Horror. It doesn't add to the complexity much at all, just more stuff. So there's going to be more different things you're going to run into, and I like that on both of them. So those are the reviews that I did this past week. We also did our top 10 essentials games. Sam already mentioned that. The best, these are great games that we think everyone should have, well, tongue-in-cheek to some degree. And you might have seen some videos come from the Essen convention if we get some kind of internet access over there. I don't know if those have been posted or not because I'm recording this in the past. Anyhow, that's our week in review. I'm Tom Vassell. Thanks so much for watching The Dice Tower.